Today I've got some unexpected dribble moves you can use to break down your defender and beat them pretty much no matter what they do, especially if you stay tuned to the end. I'm gonna have a treat for you there. I'm gonna give you a move that you can pick up really quickly to get past your defender, and then a bunch of different ways to branch off of that, so no matter what your defender does, you got a way to break them down. I've taught this to a lot of players already, and I'm sure you can learn it in minutes. The move that we're gonna start everything off with is a double rhythm crossover. So if you're new to this, you might wanna just rep it out stationary a little while to get the feel for it, but I think you'll find you'll be able to get it down real quick. So the idea for the double rhythm cross is to go pop pop. Okay, that's why it's double rhythm. Pop pop, high low. The idea for it in the game situation, use this to sell a fake to the defender that you're gonna come one way but then come back the other. Sort of like an inside out dribble, which the inside out dribble does give you the advantage of being a little quicker, but the double rhythm cross puts the ball lower where it's a little bit harder for it to get stolen. What you want to focus on with this is that the second hand is weighting down low so you can pop it back up high the second it touches that hand. We want it right here in between our legs in the middle, right inches from the ground. This hand can be a little bit higher with the crossover. We're going to sell a big fake this way so it really looks to the defender like we're going to go this way. We want to also lean our hips and our chest into that direction a little bit to help sell that fake. And depending on your spacing, if you got a little more space to work with, take a step with that opposite foot. If you're a little bit closer, all you really need to do is lean the hips and the chest. But from there, you just want to make sure you're popping it from that low position back up high again, because that's going to allow you to start covering some ground to get past your defender. If you don't get that piece in place, it's gonna be hard to really do anything from this move. Okay, so we beat him this way. So the next thing we wanna do is, again, give him this fake and let him think that, okay, I know what he's doing. He's gonna try to go hard this way by moving this way. And you've got two different options, kind of four. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. But from this, we wanna make sure, again, we're popping the dribble hard and we're moving this way. Now, the first version of the move you could do is the step with the same side foot as the hand that has the basketball. So the hand that started everything, pop it back to that hand, step with that same side foot, try to get past the defender or at least even with them. If you do that as a defender mentally, they know, like if someone on offense is getting past my hip here, I know that I gotta take off flying here to get back in front of them, right? Otherwise they're going on the bench for playing terrible defense. So when you do your move, same thing. Try to get here, so now you know they're gonna go flying and then boom, go into a snatch back. So if you're moving this way, you want to pull the ball back the exact opposite direction to create separation. If you're really close to the defender, put the basketball behind this leg to do a reverse between the legs. Or if you're really close to the defender where there's no path to get the crossover off in front of you, do it behind the back. And then the fourth option for this, if you really want to send them flying bad, is to come again from this double rhythm cross, but instead stepping with this foot really long. So you should be able to get pretty far past your defender or well within their space with this, and they're going to take off flying, pull the ball back between your legs, again, the exact opposite direction you came from. So really similar concept, just different footwork, but then from there, just step back with that foot, and you'll have a lot of options from both of these. You could shoot because you've created a lot of separation. You might get them to fall and break their ankles, and if that happens, you can pretty much do anything you want. Or you could come from that, take another like dribble, hesitation dribble, or just come right from whichever one of those moves and hesitate, and they might try to close the gap on you. And then from there, if they're on this side too far, go this way. Or if they close out too far to this side, do more of a tight cross to beat them that way. Okay, so at this point, they probably got an idea of what you're gonna do, right? You can come from this double rhythm cross and kind of start to give them what they think you're gonna give them, which is moving in this direction, right? We beat them this way once, and then we came pretty far this way to fake them out. So they're probably gonna jump in front of you here before you can get that off, right? If you're really exploding hard forward, they're gonna have to give you a little bit more in here. They're probably gonna come here, right? When you're doing this, you're gonna take advantage of that movement back and change the timing up to create a lot of extra separation, and we're also going to create some of our extra separation with the way we do our footwork. So we're gonna go double rhythm cross, take a step in, but not as big. Try to get into their space a little bit, so to the point where they have to respect it and take off flying. But since we're taking that shorter step, we're gonna be able to push off hard as long as we're bending this knee. So make sure you bend that knee. So boom, boom, short step, bend the knee, push off hard. Now you're gonna create a ton of separation from that defender for a jump shot. The timing is big though, so you wanna make sure As soon as the ball comes back into this hand, we want to get this foot on the ground quick, and we pop that dribble hard so it hits the ground almost the same time that this foot's hitting the ground. That way, the second we've moved in towards our defender and they're moving back, we're moving this way, that's going to create a lot of separation. Again, from that, you can take easy jump shots, or like we talked about with the last move, you'll have your options to hesitate and beat them left or right. Okay, so at this point, your defender's probably like, okay, I'm sick of letting them go this way. I'm not letting them have this side. So we're gonna be ready for that with this counter move. We're gonna come from that double rhythm cross, and we're not even really gonna cover any ground this way. We're just gonna make them think we're going to by still selling that little fake this way and then starting to lean back this way just a little bit. But we're not gonna actually take any steps that way. From there, we're gonna just drop our feet down a little bit wider and lower and a little bit more of a staggered stance. So we're gonna start the double rhythm cross, a little more square, drop down. So that puts us in a position where when we do that, that pulls the ball back away from our defender a little bit, and we can pull the ball between our legs where we have protection with that leg, and then boom, finally we'll start beating them this way from that. Once they start deciding that they're gonna cut that angle off a little bit tighter, a little bit closer to you, you'll be ready to blow by them. Final two options, and then I'm gonna give you the way to take all this next level and make you unstoppable with it. So this alone will give you quite a few options, but you can add more to it. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. But this next option is really, really simple. It's the easiest one of all of them. Just get rid of that double rhythm cross and actually just go right into your crossover and beat them this way right from the get-go. Just doing that from time to time can keep them honest, and that might even be a great way just to set this entire sequence up. So you can kind of play around with where you throw it in the mix, you know, for every time you come down the court and approach your defender. It's going to help you just, boom, blow by them unexpectedly because they're going to be waiting on that double rhythm cross. And then probably the easiest option, and this is for like after a while, they just get sick of being beat left and right, they're just going to probably play off you, right? So what do you want to do from there? Well, take the easy jump shot. Just get right into it, get that double rhythm off, hop so you land on both feet, and you can rise up into that shot really, really quickly. Now the way to make this pretty much unstoppable, all those moves are gonna give you a lot of options, but you still might need one more move to break them down. One more like different type of a crossover you can add to the end of these. This YouTube video has a bunch of variations on just one dribble crossovers. Different types of ball movement, footwork, things like that. And in that video, I show you exactly the different times you'd wanna use each of those crossovers in game situations. Click that like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon to catch the newest videos, and I'll see you in this video next.